E titero aki ki te tihi o te manga o pirangia. Ka whakarongo ki te awa o Waikato. Ko Ngāti Apakura te hapu. Ko Ngāti Maniapoto te iwi. Maumahara ki a Rangiāōhia. Ko Jessy-Marie, Hawks ahau. Nō reira, tēnā koutou, tēnā tātou katoa. Kia ora whānau, so I'm Jessy-Marie and I started the Kupu Tupu series. Ko waiahau. Who am I and how did my own real journey begin? So I was raised in Tauranga. And growing up, I didn't know I was Māori. A lot of my friends were, and there was a part of me that was like, I feel like I am, but I didn't know. It wasn't until high school that my dad mentioned, hey, I was actually Māori. We lost my koro to the streets, you know, the usual story, waipiro, whawhai. I had a Dutch grandmama with bright blue eyes who raised my father. And on my mother's side, I have an Irish whakapapa coming from the Blomfield whānau. I was really lucky because growing up, my neighbor was actually from Ruatoria. So in the summer, she'd go home and I would have the privilege to go and stay with her. We'd try catch the neighbor's hoiho to go have a wash in the waiapu. We would go stay down at the marae beside the moana. But at the same time, I was kuwari. I was pretty ignorant. I didn't know my reo. I didn't really know what was going on. And I like the word kuwari because wari means to forget. I'd forgotten who I was. Then after university, my father said to me he had found out about our tribe of Apakura. And so this was the first time we went to a whānau hui where we put a kōwhatu, a rock on the side of the road. Because it turns out our people were a place of peace and it was a sanctuary and we'd lost everything. And so in a way, I didn't have a marae to go home to. I didn't have a tūranga waiwai. And so how do you go on this journey of learning your reo, of learning who you are? The first time I went to a marae, I went to Te Tai Rāwhiti. I had no idea what to do. My friend had lost an important piece of her. And so I went to this tangi. The only thing I knew, bring a potato peeler. So I had a potato peeler in my pocket. They started the karanga when it was just me and this kraua. And as I was walking up silently, I just knew I had to learn my reo. But a defining moment changed me in that wharenui. My friend was so broken, but this girl was there helping to carry her, taking on and off her shoes. That was the moment that changed my perspective on te reo Māori, and I went, this is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen, the greatest compassion I have ever witnessed. Just after that, I had a massive fall. I forgot everything, forgot language, I didn't know how to talk or walk. And then in that year of silence, that's when I started to hear a new whisper. And then when I started talking again, I only spoke te reo Māori and did my best to try to learn what I could to top that up with a little bit from picture books and the paipera. And now I have the blessing of being a whāngai in Apanui. So kia ora whānau, I'm Jess, and thank you.